All right, today I'm gonna give you guys the details of my popcorn machine and all of the items that I send out with it when it gets rented out for the weekend. Hi, I'm Emily. I own a handful of side hustles, and on TikTok, I just show you guys the behind the scenes of the ones I run from my house and how I make extra money for my family every week. So follow along if you're interested. Okay, so popcorn machine first. I keep having a lot of people that want to see more details of the products themselves. So I'm gonna start focusing on that. Here's the popcorn machine today. Kind of gonna show you this. This is what it looks like. They are heavy, just so you know. This is an 8-ounce kettle. I believe popcorn machines go all the way up to 16-ounce kettles, maybe bigger for industrial. 8-ounce I found is a good size for what I'm doing for the DIY party rentals from your house because A, these are heavy, and with people coming to pick them up, the bigger and heavier they get. The sides are glass. So you do have to be careful because you do not want people to break these, and when they get bigger and heavier with transporting them themselves, you run that risk. And most people having just parties at their house, the 8-ounce kettle is perfect size. You could do 10 or 12, just be aware of how big it is, and I would check the weight to make sure it's not too heavy. This one and the other ones I've used are linked in my Amazon store at the link in bio, so you can go see the exact ones if you want. I do get a commission if you buy from there, just your affiliate disclaimer. Okay, so this is the machine. Now let's talk about what I send with it when people rent them. First and foremost is the instructions, laminated instructions for the machine for how to operate and how to clean it. If you do not provide the instructions, you will get calls, texts, emails all weekend long of people asking you a million questions on how things work. So make sure you include the instructions. Also, when you get a new item and you get the instructions with it, make tons of copies, okay? You want to at least have a master copy that you keep because people lose these all the time. I did start laminating them, and they come back a lot better when they're laminated, but you want to make sure you always have a master copy that you can make more copies of because these are not guaranteed to come back. So instructions is one of the main things. The next thing is a warning I send in English and Spanish. This lets them know that this machine gets very hot. It is for adult use only. You need to use caution when you're using it. You would like to think that goes without saying, but I put a warning in with everything. Another one is a notice letting people know that all the concession equipment is cleaned in between each use by us, but that we would advise people to do their own cleaning before they use it just to make sure that it meets their personal safety standards. And then the last disclaimer is letting people know that this is a DIY party rental business, and part of the reason of getting things at a discount is that you are expected to return it clean. So you are expected to return it in the condition you got it, which means clean. I referenced that we have the cleaning instructions on here so that they know how to properly clean it, and that if it does not come back clean, it's subject to a cleaning fee. I have some people that do not want to clean machines and would rather return it and pay the cleaning fee. That's fine. I don't mind cleaning it as long as I'm getting paid. These are all the disclaimers I put in there with everything just to try and cover my bases. I do also have disclaimers. All of these are available except for the directions. You can purchase the disclaimers at the link in my bio as well if you would rather just copy mine and not come up with your own. Okay, so then this is the stuff I'm sending with it. I get a lot of questions about the health department and how I can send food. It's because everything is prepackaged. I'm not making anything. I'm not packaging anything. I go on Amazon and I buy these. These are also linked on Amazon. You want to make sure that you get the right size for whatever kettle you have. So I have an 8-ounce kettle. So there it is for an 8-ounce kettle. This has the popcorn kernels and the butter and the seasoning salt. And all of this is a one-stop shop for making these. This will make about 8 servings because popcorn is about, these are 1-ounce bags. This is the size of popcorn bag. It's a 1-ounce bag. This is for an 8-ounce kettle. It's going to make 8 servings at 8 ounces. So they're going to get however many servings. So I'm going to ask them in the beginning, how many people do you have? This is right here is 8 servings. So you're just going to do the math and include however many of these you need to cover the total serving costs. So they get the popcorn that they need with it to make it. They also get the bags for however many servings they're paying for. And then I include a scoop to scoop the popcorn out of there and fill the bags. And I include plastic gloves for them to use. So that's what they're getting. Everything is going to come in this nice little tub with the lid on it. And I try to make it very easy to transport and for them to use. Now, transporting this is going to go in one of these tubs. Obviously, the lid's not going to go on it, but this just sets down in there. This is heavy and kind of awkward, and at times the edges can almost be a little bit sharp. And so you don't really want somebody setting this down in their car because when they turn a corner, A, it's going to go rolling. The corners could potentially rip leather, so that's not stuff I want to deal with. So I put this machine into a tub, which makes the whole thing easy to carry. They can grab the edges of the tub and carry it. They can put it in a back seat and it stays more stable. I have a bunch of these from IKEA. These are just like $3 pillows that I put in around this when it's in the tub so it doesn't roll and break. So I put these kind of around the sides so that they can set this in a back seat of a car. When they turn a corner, it's not going to run and hit the side and break the machine. Okay, I think that's everything I pretty much do for the popcorn machine and the popcorn rental. People are going to ask about pricing. Pricing is you want to look in your area and see what people are charging and then decide where you want to fall on that spectrum of pricing within your market. All right, ask me any questions you've got.